The poultry industry says its members are fast-tracking the importing of liquid eggs and plan to bring in more powdered products. Now, this follows the shortage of eggs at supermarkets due to the avian flu. For more on this, we're joined by the South African Poultry Association Egg Organization GM, Dr. Abongile Balarane. Thank you so much for your time this afternoon. A lot of people are wondering, firstly, when they hear liquid and powdered eggs, what we are talking about.
Good afternoon. Good evening, Bongiwe. Thanks for having me this afternoon.
So I think maybe let's explain to the viewers, because a lot of questions, I can tell you, even in our meeting this afternoon, when we were planning for the show, a lot of questions about what are liquid eggs? What are powdered eggs? Are they safe? What is it?
Yeah, no, maybe let's start with the safe part. Those are safe eggs to consume. The eggs that you get currently in South Africa on shelves, they are safe to consume. Now, the powder and liquid eggs, it's the processed product of eggs that is used for industrial purposes, for big baking industries, and also the other part of the manufacturing side of the industry. So it's just a liquid coming from the eggs, and the powder also coming from the eggs for industrial purposes.
Is it possibly because there might be some logistical nightmare, or transporting the eggs themselves might require a bit more admin, that there might be this, resorting to the powder and the liquid?
So basically our strategy is that if we look at the current number of birds or chickens that we have lost as an industry, we're talking of close to 30% of the industry. So our plan is that we can easily cover, that 30%, which normally goes to the processing side in the form of a liquid or powder eggs. So our plan is to import those products so that the eggs that we were gonna or use or channel to the industrial purposes, we bring them back to the shelves so that the consumers can have those eggs. It is actually extremely difficult to import shell or fresh eggs into South Africa because of the logistical issues, and also the South African regulations are very tight in terms of such products. If anyone wishes to import table fresh eggs, you may need to comply with the regulations of the country, and you may need to, sort of match or comply with the quality that is produced by the South African producers for the South African population.
Now, when it comes then to the producers themselves, and as you say, that 30% of the industry being hit, give us a sense of this 30% part of it. What does it mean when it comes to a producer who is struggling right now because they've lost their birds to the avian flu, the cost that is involved in trying to recover?
Yeah, in terms of rent value, without necessarily, putting it, let's look before the avian influenza hit South Africa. We were already, our producers were already suffering from the price of fuel, which is in the form of diesel for the backup generators, the electricity, the feed was already, a challenge for the producers. Now this avian influenza has actually added more pressure to the South African producers. We are seeing that quite a number of farmers may even be difficult for them to return back into production, and we are banking, on the government systems that are available and the support systems to assist, in terms of recovery for those producers that may have difficulties. In terms of the rent value, it is going to require a strong financial support for those producers.
So looking at the fact that right now there's been a shortage when it comes to eggs, it's been so difficult to try and get them as people hop from supermarket to supermarket. Would you say that the eggs that are currently on the shelves, because people have expressed concern, are those eggs safe? People can continue to consume them?
Yeah, both eggs and the chicken meat is safe to consume, provided that the consumers use the normal cooking procedures, which is above the 60 degrees Celsius. You need to, at least we encourage people not to consume raw eggs at this stage. But those eggs are really clean or good for consumers, because once a farm is suspected to be positive of the avian influenza, it is usually put, the law requires it to be put on quarantine for a specific period of time until the results confirm whether the farm is positive or not. any feed, eggs, including the chickens that are in that farm, they are not allowed to be moved or to be sold into the trade. So the eggs that are in the shelves, they've gone all the processes and they've passed all the legislative issues, including the food safety measures.